because I was very close with my grandmother and she was not Muslim. And I asked Allah to guide. Alhamdulillah, she ended up taking her shahada like 3 years later. Hey KO lovers, this is your boy Harris J and you are now tuned into KapanLagi Kepo. The first time I came was in 2015 and I had no idea what to expect, honestly. Like it was my first like solo trip by myself after I released my first album, and I wouldn't say again, alhamdulillah, I don't know, Allah kind of has blessed me. I don't really get nervous, but I didn't know what to expect for sure. And I came off the plane and someone took me off the plane, and then I walked out of the airport and there was so many like fans and like media and stuff, and again, the fans, they made me feel like extremely welcome straight away. And from that day, I felt like I've had a very special relationship with my fans in this country. Because it was like the beginning of my career, and I feel like they were there for me kind of in a way that like other people were just not. So I really like have a strong bond with like my fans here, especially. Yeah, that was nearly 10 years ago now, which is crazy. The first time I went to Mecca, I was 11 years old. Yeah, it was a long time ago. Yeah, but it was, I've been many times since, alhamdulillah. But it's always special the first time you go. The first time is for sure special. You know, I was a very deep child, so I wasn't asking for the things that most children, I think, were asking for. I was 11, but the main thing that I was asking for, you know, when you first see the Kaaba, they say that your first prayer that you make when you see the Kaaba, Allah will always answer it for the first time. So they tell you to look down, and then when you get close, you look up and you make a dua for the first time. And I remember that dua I was asking Allah to guide my grandmother to Islam, because I was very close with my grandmother and she was not Muslim. And I asked Allah to guide. Alhamdulillah, she ended up taking her shahada like 3 years later, which was amazing. First time singing in front of a crowd, I was like 5 years old. Like, yeah, I was very young. And like, again, it was weird. I never used to feel like nerves. I remember the first time people speaking to me about like nerves, and I didn't understand what they were talking about. I swear, I didn't know what they were talking about. Like for me, it was like breathing, like a second nature thing to stand to be in front of people and perform or do something like in front of people. So when I remember the first time someone asked me like, do you not get nervous? Like I had to learn the definition of nervous. So they were explaining nerves to me as a kid. They were saying sometimes they make you shake a little bit. Sometimes you just feel like just scared a little bit, and your stomach, or you get this feeling. I was like, no, I don't feel any of this. I feel happy. I feel like I have the chance to make so many people happy. First time writing a song, wow. I don't think I've ever been asked this before. I was writing poems from a very young age, and they kind of turned into songs when I learnt that I could sing. So from the age of even 3 or 4, I was writing poems. Yeah, very, very like young. I used to have a diary when I was young, and I used to write. When I first learned how to do handwriting, I would want to work on my handwriting, so I used to write in this diary, and then slowly that writing turned into poetry. Like I used to write poems for people in my house, like for my grandmother and for my mom and for my siblings. I would write poems. That was my love language. Like I would give them a poem. I wasn't very good at telling people how I felt about them or like even showing them too much, but I would find it easy to write a poem. And then slowly, I think maybe around the age of 7 or 8 years old, when I'd started doing some singing, those poems started to turn into songs a little bit. But like not serious songs, like just little, I'd add melodies on top of the poems. And then yeah, the first time I think I wrote an actual song, I was about 13. I was, I think 15 or 16, yeah. I was on TV before then. I was part of a documentary when I was a kid, like about I was doing some acting basically. But I don't think I ever watched that. I just did it. But I remember the first time I watched myself, I was about 15 or 16. I used to win a lot of sports awards. Yeah, I played a lot of sports growing up, so I was quite fast as a runner when I was a kid. Still now, I'm very fast. Like, not many people know this. No, but the other day I was running, I hadn't ran in a long time, so I ran the 100 meters the other day just to see my time. And because I haven't sprinted in like maybe 10 years, like properly sprinted. And I got under 12 seconds, so like I'm still 11 point something. So I'm still only 2 seconds slower than Usain Bolt. But that's 2 seconds is quite a lot in the sprinting world. So I'm not like, I'm not a professional sprinter, but I'm fast for sure. I love Indonesia for sure. I feel like when someone says falling in love, it sounds so much deeper than like just love. Falling in love. I definitely have a love story with Indonesia. I'd say like it started developing maybe the second time I came. The first time was too hectic. Like I was trying to just get my feet on the ground. Then the second time I came, I was more calm, and by the third time, I loved it for sure. Like, and I stayed here. The third time I came, I stayed here for 6 weeks. I was filming like a program, like a Cinetron, yeah. And that time, by then, I had very much fallen in love with it. Yeah.